Today, the site where Trump Plaza once stood is an empty lot. The future of the property remains uncertain. Yet another symbol of Atlantic City's complicated history. Some say the demolition was a good thing, clearing the way for a new beginning. Others argue it was the final sign that Atlantic City's golden era may never return. But one thing is clear: the fall of Trump Plaza is more than a story about one failed casino. It's a story about ambition, mistakes, broken promises, and the harsh truth that even the brightest lights can burn out. And in Atlantic City, they often do. For years after closing, Trump Plaza stood abandoned, a giant, empty concrete shell in the middle of the boardwalk. Windows shattered, paint peeled, the facade cracked and faded under the ocean winds. It became one of the most photographed urban ruins in New Jersey. Tourists pointed at it, confused. Locals hated it. City officials called it an embarrassment. And inside, dark, empty hallways, rotting carpets, furniture left behind, rooms frozen in time. Trump Plaza had become the very thing casinos are never supposed to be: forgettable, silent, and worse, irrelevant. After years of arguments and delays, the city finally made the decision: Trump Plaza had to go. On February 17, 2021, in front of thousands of spectators, the building was demolished in a massive controlled implosion. In seconds, the entire structure collapsed in a cloud of dust, a dramatic end to a casino that once defined the skyline. But even in its destruction, Trump Plaza left behind questions. How did the most desirable location in Atlantic City turn into an urban ruin? How did a casino once surrounded by luxury end up being demolished like abandoned industrial debris? And why does Atlantic City keep repeating the same cycle: rise, decline, collapse, repeat? Behind the scenes, Trump Plaza was already struggling. The building had cost far more than expected. Competition in the city was growing faster than its audience, and Trump's empire was becoming stretched thin. Too many projects, too much debt, too fast. As new casinos opened, Trump Plaza began losing the very customers it depended on. High rollers began drifting to the Borgata. Middle-class tourists preferred the cheaper casinos on the marina. And as maintenance costs rose, profits shrank. Internally, the casino was beginning to age, and not gracefully. Carpets faded, rooms became outdated. What once felt premium now felt ordinary. And in a city full of neon, ordinary doesn't survive. By the late 1990s, the casino that was built to dominate the boardwalk was barely holding its ground. The early 2000s were brutal. Competition from Pennsylvania casinos cut deep into Atlantic City's customer base. The boardwalk's tourist numbers dropped year after year. And Trump Plaza, now outdated and underfunded, was hit hardest. Trump Entertainment Resorts went through multiple bankruptcies. Ownership changed. Maintenance stopped. The building slowly faded into one of the dullest silhouettes on the coastline. By 2014, Trump Plaza made a shocking announcement. It would close permanently. After 30 years of operation, the casino that once symbolized Atlantic City's rebirth became another casualty of the city's long decline. And then the story took an even stranger turn. Atlantic City has seen more rise and fall stories than almost any other place in America. But among all the casinos that once lit up the boardwalk, one stands out as a symbol of both the city's brightest hopes and its darkest failures. A place that was born in fanfare, lived in controversy, and died in silence. This is the story of Trump Plaza, the casino that once dominated Atlantic City's skyline, only to become one of its most haunting ruins. When Trump Plaza opened its doors in 1984, Atlantic City was still in the middle of its first big comeback. For the first time in decades, the boardwalk buzzed with energy. New hotels were rising, fortunes were being made, and the city believed it had finally found the path back to greatness. Donald Trump was still an ambitious developer from New York, not yet a political figure, but already known for bold moves and bigger-than-life projects. Trump Plaza was meant to be his crown jewel in Atlantic City, an ultra-luxury casino that would attract high rollers, celebrities, and anyone wanting to feel like they were part of something glamorous. And for a while, it worked. Trump Plaza became a hotspot. Boxing matches, red carpet events, high-profile guests. The casino was everywhere. The building's location at the center of the boardwalk made it impossible to ignore. It symbolized a new era. Atlantic City finally looked like it could compete with Las Vegas. But the good times didn't last.